I've always heard the saying, good things come to those who wait, but never really believed in it because I'm an impatient man. After tasting the difference of an incorrectly poured Guinness and one that's properly poured, I found some truth in that statement. My name is Eric Nowak and I'm a bartender here at your local Grumpy Sports Pub. And as a bartender here at Grumpy's, which is voted coldest beer in Aiken, I can say that we take pride in our selection of beers and how we serve them. Today I'll look at the proper pour of Guinness and the importance behind your drinking experience. Throughout this speech, I'll discuss the history of Guinness, how to pour a pint of Guinness, and the importance of a proper pour. Now that you know what to look forward to, let's discuss the history of this classic Irish beer. According to Guinness, in 1752, Arthur Guinness inherited 100 pounds from his godfather, which led him to open his first brewery in Leitrim, County Kildare. A few years later, he signed a 9,000-year lease on a small property in St. James Gate on December 31st, 1759, and began to brew ale. 10 years later, in 1769, the first exported shipment of 6.5 barrels was sailed to Dublin, Ireland. As years went by, brewing became a big interest and the porter became popular in Dublin. Arthur Guinness stopped brewing ales and began to focus on creating the perfect porter in 1799. Then, October 16, 1817, the dark brew made its way to North America in 8 barrels, shipped to this South Carolina. A few years later, after that, a monumental piece of Guinness history was made. The Guinness Superior Porter was finally perfected and its brewing instructions were recorded in 1821. After many years of crafting beer, Guinness finalized its trademark and its official logo in 1862. The logo image consisted of the Guinness name, Guinness signature, and the famous harp. After its burning in 1868, Guinness doubled the size of its brewery and hired some Oxford scientists to better its beer. Thomas Bennett Gates and Alexander Forbes Watson were brought on to create a research laboratory and the perfect study for the brewing process to improve this beer. Then, in 1959, Michael Ash invented the major key factor in the Guinness success when it first created the surge and settle nitrogen draft beer. As nitrogen beer became popular over the years, Guinness created the widget in 1988 to provide nitrogen beer in cans, then bottles in 1999. Guinness became well known for its nitrogen crafted beer, for its smooth, silky finish, and drinking pleasure. To share its story, the official home of Guinness opened in 2000 in an old fermented plant in St. James Gate. Here you can enjoy an interactive storytelling experience behind the world-famous brewery known as Guinness. Now that you're able to see how much effort is put into perfecting Guinness, you will be able to appreciate the proper pour. The first step of pouring Guinness is often underestimated, but it's very important. Before you pour Guinness, you must choose the right glass. For your best enjoyment, select a clean, dry, 20-ounce Guinness branded glass. The harp image on the glass will be a helpful guideline for pour. The next step to perfect your Guinness is holding the glass at a 45-degree angle. As you hold it at a 45-degree angle, use the harp to aim your beer. While holding the glass at a 45-degree angle, pull the handle forward and the beer will hit that and you'll fill it 3/4 of the way up. The next step is an important one. Let the beer settle. The first portion of the draft, again, should settle for precisely 119.53 seconds, which I'll explain why later. After the beer is settled, slowly top it off by pushing the tap backwards while keeping the pour centered. Then, to complete the perfect Guinness, put a shamrock on it. The last step in the perfect Guinness is to simply enjoy and drink responsibly. While properly pouring a Guinness may seem simple, the science behind it creates its signature smooth finish. According to Forbes magazine, the initial pour is a 45-degree angle that nitrogen drought pressure creates tiny bubbles to create silk-like foam for the creamy finish of a Guinness. These tiny bubbles that are created are delicate, delicious, and absolutely outstanding, which is why the settling step is so important in the pour. During the settling of the beer, the bubbles create 2 layers to break the fall off the top of it. It's crucial to top the Guinness slowly so the bubbles do not burst. The research and science that Guinness has put into these processes has provided drinkers with a velvety finish for years. Now that you have the knowledge of history of Guinness and the steps to properly pouring one, I hope you see the importance of the science behind it, because you understand the key factors of this Irish beer. Perhaps the next time you enjoy one, you're patient, appreciative, and satisfied. Remember, Guinness is the only thing worth settling for. Or is it? Thank you.